Can you name this song? Belinda Carlisle topped charts in at least 9 countries with Heaven is a Place on Earth in 1987, and today we'll be focusing on 40 other songs that got to number 1 between the years 1980 and 1989. As with the previous quizzes in this format, every song included has been a number 1 in at least one of the United States, United Kingdom, Australia or Canada. Many of the songs have also been number 1s in plenty of other countries too. But before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe for a bonus point. Good luck!
Bermuda, Bahama, come on, pretty mama.
Starting off with Kokomo, which got to number 1 in Australia and the US for the Beach Boys. It was also used in the 1988 film Cocktail. The Reflex was a number 1 in Belgium, Netherlands, Ireland, the US and the UK for Duran Duran.
My baby, he don't talk sweet, he ain't got much to say.
Denise Williams got to number 1 in Canada and the US with Let's Hear It for the Boy, which was on the Footloose soundtrack.
Life is a moment in space when the dream is gone. I am a woman in love, and I do anything.
Woman in Love topped charts in at least 19 countries for Barbra Streisand, though the song was written by Barry and Robin Gibb of the Bee Gees. Mark Allman and Gene Pitney topped charts in 5 countries in 1989 with Something's Gotten a Hold of My Heart.
I'm not the kind of girl who gives up just like that. Oh, tide is high, but I'm holding on.
First recorded by the Paragons in 1967, Blondie's version of The Tide is High got to number 1 in Canada, the US, New Zealand and the UK.
You always live your life, never thinking of the future.
Owner of a Lonely Heart was a 1984 US number 1 for English band Yes. Originally recorded by the Supremes in the 60s, Kim Wilde's version of You Keep Me Hanging On got to number 1 in Australia, the US, Norway and Canada.
Just a steel town girl on a Saturday night, looking for the fight of her life. What will it be? She's a maniac, maniac on the floor.
Maniac was a 1983 number 1 in Canada and the US for Michael Sembello. It was of course also used in the film Flashdance from the same year. Fine Young Cannibals top charts in 6 countries with She Drives Me Crazy in 1989.
Little baby says nothing do it with these. It's easier than learning your ABC. Come on, do the locomotion with me. You gotta swing.
First recorded in 1962 by Little Eva, Kylie Minogue's version of Locomotion top charts in Australia, Finland and Ireland.
How come you're always such a fussy young man? Don't want no Captain Crunch, don't want no Raisin Bran. You're full, just eat it, eat it. Get yourself an egg and beans.
Comedy artist Weird Al Yankovic topped the Australian charts in 1984 with the parody song Eat It. I'll leave it to you to figure out what song it's a parody of.
Oh, the feeling is bad, the feeling is bad. I don't wanna dance with your baby no more.
I Don't Wanna Dance top charts in 6 countries for Eddie Grant.
Your eyes, every now and then I fall apart. Nothing I can do, a total eclipse of the heart.
Bonnie Tyler got to number 1 in 8 countries with Total Eclipse of the Heart.
We talk about love, love, love. We talk about love.
Diana Ross topped the Irish, Australian and UK charts with Chain Reaction.
I'm a big boy now, or so they say, so if you'll serve, I'll be on my way. Welcome to the house of fun, now I've come of age. Welcome to the house of fun.
House of Fun got to number 1 in the UK and Ireland for Madness.
We're going to party, caramba, fiesta, forever. All night long, all night, all night.
All Night Long got to number 1 in at least 6 countries for Lionel Richie.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run.
Never Gonna Give You Up top charts in at least 17 countries in the 80s for Rick Astley. It has also gained significant popularity again recently.
You gotta speed it up, and then you gotta slow it down. And soon you will find that there comes a time for making your mind up.
Bucks Fizz top charts in 7 countries with Making Your Mind Up, which was also the winner of the 1981 Eurovision Song Contest.
Well, I believe in love. Now here this wasn't how it was supposed to end.
Patti LaBelle and Michael McDonald collaborated for On My Own in 1986, which got to number 1 in the US, Canada and Netherlands.
I break down and cry. Next time I'll be true. Teardrops in my eyes. Next time I'll be true.
Teardrops got to number 1 in Australia, Belgium, Netherlands and New Zealand for Womack and Womack.
Time to bring this ship into the shore.
Can't Fight This Feeling got to number 1 in Canada and the US for REO Speedwagon.
Everyone you meet, the children in the street are swaying to the rhythm. There's something moving. You can't stop the music. Nobody can stop the music.
Village People got to number 1 in Australia and South Africa with Can't Stop the Music.
Install microwave ovens, custom kitchen delivery. That's the way you do it. Get your money for nothing, get your chicks for free.
Dire Straits topped charts in Canada and the US with Money for Nothing in 1985.
Has just been sold. My angel is the centerfold. Angel is the centerfold.
Jay Giles' band got to number 1 in the US, Canada and Australia with the brilliant Centerfold.
Love you even more than I did before. Over you.
Originally released by Roy Orbison in 1961, Don McLean's version of Crying topped charts in 5 countries in 1980.
Place I'd rather be. La-da-di-da, 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 la-da-di-da. I'm counting the beat, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm feeling the heat, that beat.
Counting the Beat was a 1981 number 1 in Australia and New Zealand for the Swingers.
Hey, I know I'm gonna be the man who's heaving to you.
I'm Gonna Be got to number 1 in Iceland, New Zealand and Australia for the Proclaimers. A comic relief version alongside Peter Kay and Matt Lucas also topped charts in the UK, but that was in 2007.
Every cowboy sings a sad song. They say every rose has its thorn.
Every Rose Has Its Thorn was a 1988 US number 1 for Poison.
We're not gonna sit in silence. We're not gonna live with fear. Got a voice, try and understand it. Make a noise and make it.
John Farnham topped charts in Australia, Sweden and Germany with the great song You're the Voice.
Look into my eyes, take me to the clouds above. Just feel it. How will I know?
Whitney Houston topped charts in Canada, the US and Iceland with How Will I Know, which was originally written for Janet Jackson, who turned down the song.
Jitterbug. Jitterbug.
Stand, wake me up before you go. Don't leave me hanging.
Wake Me Up Before You Go Go was a number 1 in 10 countries for Wham!
Praise you to know it. She's a powerful force. You're the rise to conform. We must know the course. Simply irresistible.
English singer Robert Palmer topped the Australian charts for 5 weeks in 1988 with Simply Irresistible.
Oh, Johnny
Come On Eileen top charts in 8 countries for Dexy's Midnight Runners.
And the mama used to say all the time, what's the matter you? Hey, gotta no respect. So bad. It's a nicer place. Ah, shut up your face. That's my mom, I can remember.
Joe Dolce's novelty song Shut Up Your Face top charts in at least 9 countries.
Ashes to ash and funk to funk it. We know man.
Ashes to Ashes was a 1980 UK number 1 for David Bowie.
Knee deep in the hoopla, sinking in your fight. We built this city on rock and roll. Built this city.
We Built This City got to number 1 in Australia, Canada, the US and South Africa for Starship.
Only logical. What's love got to do with it?
What's Love Got to Do With It was a number 1 in Australia, Canada and the US for Tina Turner.
Working for the black cat. When two tribes go to war, one is all that you can.
Two Tribes top charts in 7 countries for Frankie Goes to Hollywood.
When I look back upon my life, it's always with a sense of shame. It's a sin.
And ending with the incredible Pet Shop Boys, who top charts in at least 13 countries with It's a Sin. And that brings us to the end of the 80s number 1 music quiz. What was your total score and which song used was your favourite? Let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for playing along, and I'll see you again soon for another squiz.